UFC 314 just went down, and Dana White is going to explain what is next. What's next for Volkanovski? What's next for Patty? What's next with all these guys? Plus, I'm going to give the reason why I think the UFC are not exactly happy with Volkanovski winning, and also what the hell happened with Colby Covington and Patty Pimblett. And let me know in the comment section below what was your favorite fight of the night or the performance. And let's react, guys. Let's react to see what Dana White had to say about this event as well as the future of the UFC.
We'll start with the main event. Incredible performance by both guys.
Yeah.
But Volkanovski, you know, everyone's talking about his age, his chin. For him to come out and look basically as good as he ever has, give us your thoughts on his performance.
Yeah, I thought he looked incredible tonight. I don't ever remember Volk not having a good chin, and he's really not that old.
What?
Fascinating thing, Niner, one of the production guys, was telling me during the fight that that Lopez was 5 inches taller, but only had a 1-inch reach advantage or something like that.
That's all you have to say is you're impressed by his reach? He should be spending this press conference hyping this up. Like, imagine John Jones did this. You really think this would be all he had to say? And this kind of talk right here kind of feeds into my theory that the UFC didn't want Volkanovski to win this fight, which is crazy to me, but also kind of makes sense. Business-wise, what is there to do with Volkanovski, especially at featherweight? I mean, he's beaten Yair, he's beaten a lot of these guys, but if you have Lopez win, this is new heir to the featherweight division, and now you have a big fight with Yair Rodriguez that is now off the table. And the reason I think this isn't because of just what Dana White is saying. I mean, Sean Shelby also apparently during the UFC broadcast said that he thought Diego Lopez was up 3 rounds at one point, guys, which is an insane take. And I do want to talk about this fight, Volkanovski, Diego Lopez, because I was, you know, predicting Volkanovski. I wound up going with him. I did think it was very close because we didn't know how Volkanovski's chin was going to be affected. But taking the time off, it was definitely a great decision for Volkanovski because he came back, looked like his old self, looked super fast, and you could tell not only just looked fast, was better. Both of his last knockouts were up against the fence, and try to find the times where he's up against the fence. He does not stay up against the fence probably for more than like 20 seconds at a time. And I think there was debate whether this fight was close, guys. I thought Volkanovski clearly won. I mean, Diego Lopez had a lot of moments, and there definitely were some very, very close rounds in that whole thing. I think to say Volkanovski just for 25 minutes battered Diego Lopez, that would just be a lie. But Diego had some moments, but I definitely think you got to give it to Volkanovski. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And honestly, guys, maybe I'm alone on this. I wanted Volkanovski to retire, guys. What else does he have to prove? I do not want to really see him go up to lightweight. When he gets dropped, you can see how frustrated he is, right? And his corner is constantly having to give him reassurance, guys. I don't know. That just is a vibe I'm getting. I could be completely off on this, but I think it might be time for Volk to retire. He got the win. He got the belt back. This is a movie story, guys. I mean, the fact that he got knocked out back-to-back times, you know, clearly worked so hard this camp, was in the best shape of his life, and actually went out there and got the goal he wanted, despite, I'm sure, a lot of people doubting him. That is an amazing story that I think, look, that literally could be a movie, and I think you should just retire on that. You got a family. You got everything. Just leave fighting behind, man. But I don't think anybody's really itching to see Yair Rodriguez versus Volkanovski too, guys. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. But I guess we'll find out what Volkanovski's next move is. I hope it's not Yair. Maybe they'll do Evloev. I guess we'll see.
Paddy Pimblett, what a performance. You know, pretty much every question you could ask about that guy now answered. You know, he beat one of the best in the division in Michael Chandler. Give us your thoughts on his performance. What do we do with Chandler now and everything about that fight?
Beating Michael Chandler and beating him the way that he did, I don't know how you can doubt the kid anymore.
It would seem likely that next fight out, he's going to get a big name opponent, right? And probably that would be the one that put him into title contention.
Tonight was a pretty big name opponent too.
And Patty definitely shut down a lot of haters in this fight, right? I mean, just look at this image of Michael Chandler. He is battered. I mean, Patty definitely did good, and that flying knee is definitely a big weapon for him. He caught Ferguson with it. Now he caught Michael Chandler with it. And I mean, that third round was a brutal round. You got to feel for Michael Chandler because there isn't that many roads left for Michael Chandler. I mean, there's obviously always going to be fun fights that he's going to have, but how many are there? I mean, there's a good chance that his next fight is his last fight, especially if he loses that one. And for Patty, I definitely want to see Justin versus Patty. That is 1,000% the fight that should be made. Armin Charles too. Gaethje versus Patty and Ilya versus Islam. No doubt about it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree, because I think this is undebatably the best you're going to get.
I guess there's a video of Patty and Colby Covington getting into a
Yeah, I just heard that.
Oh, I didn't even know this. What the hell? This is all breaking news.
What that was all about.
It happens all the time back here, though.
What the hell?
Pretty.
Yeah. Kobe's like red. What the fuck?
Remember that. You're a scrub.
Yo, come on, bro. This is just sad, man, from Colby, bro. Yeah. No, just... Oh my god, that's crazy. Guys, this is just embarrassing from Colby. I mean, Colby is on like as Patty said, a 3-fight losing streak, picking a fight against a lightweight, guys. Colby, don't go out like this, man. Colby already paid off an escort to go to the UFC event with him, and somehow he still stooped lower, right? I mean, it's just insane. The guy, like, you're not fighting Patty. And honestly, at this rate, Patty would probably beat Colby. Colby has looked awful in his last fights.
Jean Silva was back here, and he asked me to ask you this. His goal is to get married to his partner in a church, and he offered to make you the best man at his wedding if you would pay for the wedding singer.
Well, wait a minute. So
Wait.
he wants to marry his partner
In a church,
and
he offered to make you
I'm the best man if I pay for it.
pay for the wedding singer. Apparently, there's some Brazilian singer he wants that is out of his price range.
Oh my god.
He asked me to pass the message along.
I'm going to need more information on this, but I'm probably in.
Imagine Dana White as the best man at Gene Silva's wedding. That'd just be insane.
Ilya Topuria recently said that he was promised a title shot.
Who did?
Ilya
Yeah,
Topuria.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's listen
At
to this.
155. Is that the case, or what's next for him at 155?
We're working on it.
Ah, come on, bro.
We got a lot of shit to do. Yes, I mean, obviously, you know, he's one of the biggest stars in the company. If we had something in planned, we would have announced that already.
As I've said, as Dana White kind of cheekily says, you know, Ilya is one of the biggest stars in the company. I would be so surprised if we don't see the Islam-Ilya fight. And I think it's going to happen. Don't know. It might honestly happen at the UFC Noche card. We'll find all that out.
Any other questions? Done? Good night, everybody. Thank you.
So yeah, that was what Dana White had to say. I mean, there was a lot of big things that we talked about here. I mean, like I said, overall, I'm extremely happy for Volkanovski. As I'm a Volkanovski fan, I was cheering for him so much. I would have been so sad if he got knocked out. No hate against Diego, because I actually like Diego too, but it's just Volkanovski, he needed this. This was the perfect time for him to win. Was hoping he would just go off in the sunset, but he didn't. That's okay. And Patty, I think it's clear. Gaethje next. I'm curious to see how long it takes for Bryce Mitchell to get cut. As I've said before, this is an unnecessary risk for the UFC. I mean, look who owns the UFC. Literally someone who is Jewish. They do not want Bryce Mitchell in this promotion. Look who owns Disney. I'm actually really worried for Bryce, right? And I know, like, the internet is kind of feeding into, you know, him crashing out a little bit, but I think he's going to wind up like Ryan Garcia did last year, right, guys, where the crash out just got so much that, you know, the internet's kind of laughing with it, and we're just seeing someone suffer before our very eyes. That's what I think might happen to Bryce Mitchell. The silver lining here is Ryan Garcia did get better, and we're seeing Ryan Garcia right now. He seems to be in a better place, so there is absolutely hope for Bryce Mitchell. We'll see what actually happens with him. Does he get cut after this fight? Does he fight one more and get cut? Or does he win his next one and go on an insane run and become a UFC champion? It could happen. Crazier things have happened. Pitbull didn't look so good, but I think he'll be back next time. Maybe he was just a little frozen with this first UFC fight. And you guys know that we're going to be talking about these fights throughout the week, guys. I might even do a live stream with you guys just to be able to talk, because there's so much to unpack that I can't even pack all into one video. But for now, hit the subscribe button. Check out my last video where I described in depth the Yair Rodriguez and Diego Lopez beef. Like, how did this even originate? You guys are the best fan base in MMA. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, y'all. And I'll see you guys in the next one.